They all say Colombo. I say Colombo.
We say the correct way, and he says the wrong one.
My dad says Colombo. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind works backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone.
So right now I'm at this place called the Gall Face. And this is basically the end of that road I was talking about, the Gall Road. It starts down in Gall, which is on the southern coast, and ends here in Colombo.
I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer.
Sundown. So all of those people are breaking fast. Now we've come back to this big old hotel to have dinner. Check this stuff out. So I'm gonna be here in Sri Lanka for about a month until my cousin gets married. They're gonna have the wedding around the beginning of July, and then we leave on July 14th. We're gonna have a lot of videos here. A lot. I know I'm gonna make kind of like a things to do in Colombo video. My dad recently got a bunch of 8mm footage from 60s Sri Lanka. In fact, I put it in the last vlog, and I want to make something with that because those are really cool. It was captured by my grand uncle, I guess, father's uncle. So I would say that's grand uncle, right? Yes. By the way, I was not born in Sri Lanka. A lot of people think that, but no, I was born in Dallas and I've actually lived there all my life. I'm just here on vacation. My parents were both born here. I have family literally like all over the city. At one point, you really just call everyone your cousin or your uncle or your auntie. It's kind of like the Sri Lankan and the Indian thing, because you can't take the time to go, oh, well, he's my uncle's sister's brother's. Check out all the people who stayed at this hotel, right? Robert McNamara. Richard Nixon in the 1950s. Yuri Gagarin in 1961. Che Guevara, 1958. Dictator Tito. And Spielberg, 1984. So many people have stayed at this hotel, it's crazy. I mean, this is the Gall Face Hotel, so it was probably built back in like the 1800s.
When I take a breath, you My mind work backwards just for a minute. I hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You left my spirit with you high is all I'm feeling.
Monday morning, heading to the Colombo-Katunayake airport. You may have noticed that in the last videos my mother's been missing, and that's because she's actually come on a later flight and she's just landed here. The traffic is pretty bad. That big tower that we just passed was called the Lotus Tower. And when it's done, it's gonna have these big lotus petals on the very top. And you can like go up there, there'll be like a restaurant and a viewing deck and stuff. The purpose of it was for Sri Lankan telecom companies to put antennas and broadcasting towers on the top of it. So they, instead of making a giant, telephone tower, they decided, you know what, let's make a big, pretty, Lotus Tower building. We're finally on the freeway. Highways in Sri Lanka are generally a newer thing. They've only been really built in the past 6 years. The first one was from Colombo to Galle, and that was to kind of help ease the traffic on Galle Road. And then the second one, I guess, is now from Colombo to Katunayake, the airport, really. She's here. Hello. What?
I'm like, there's something weird with my back and it keeps falling off. And I'm like, okay, the wheel snapped off. So they gave me $90 for the 2 bags.
Late afternoon, we're going back to the beach. This dog. That dog sits there every time we come to the beach in that same spot and just sleeps. The water is super rough today. Usually in the summer months, the west coast is kind of too rough to swim in, but on the other side of the island, the east coast, that's really nice. I'm currently staying in a suburb of Colombo called Mount Lavinia, and from the beach here, you can see all the way down to downtown Colombo. Colombo, by the way, is the capital of Sri Lanka. Crap guys, I wasn't paying attention and a giant wave slammed into me. Got my camera all wet. It looks fine, but a drop got on my mic and that can be disastrous, so I don't know. I'm gonna check it when I get home.